Hi guys, hello and thanks for joining us on another episode of Chi Chat. I am Chinasa, but if you call me Chi, I'll be so proud of you. Welcome. You're welcome to Chi Chat, where we talk about personal development, lifestyle, and on today's episode, in our bio, we now have book review as part of what we'll be discussing on this channel. I thought to add book review because I feel like this channel is all about personal development. And I mean, why don't you just read a particular book that has content that has to do with personal development and then come talk to you about it? That sounds smart. What do you think? First book we'll be reviewing is I Do Not Come to You by Chance by Adaobi Trisha Nwaubani. The particular aspect or content that we would have to talk about today is the struggle of being a firstborn in every home. More like this is going to center on the pressure most firstborns, could it be most firstborn or all firstborns, what they go through. So in the book, we got to know Kingsley. Kingsley was raised in an upright home. Dad schooled outside Nigeria. His parents were educated, his mom too, but she is a tailor. The father, a retired government worker or civil servant. They are so determined, an African home where it just wants a family where all the narrative is about go to school, and when you go to school, you're going to secure a job. That's the kind of perception Kingsley's parents had, right? And then Kingsley went to school, read engineering, and then at the end of the day, he was struggling to get a job. He was struggling to do something useful for himself. And then he was struggling to balance his job search, his girlfriend, and all that was taking a toll on him. At some point, his dad got ill, fell sick, and they needed money. His mom's brother, called Cash Daddy, who was staying with them, he had nothing upstairs, like he was unintelligent. Became somebody that was now handling billions and millions of money. He got those money from fraud, 419 in Nigeria. And he was doing this from just email fraud, internet fraud sort of. Kingsley went to his uncle Cash Daddy and begged for some money so that his father will be okay and all that. His uncle helped Kingsley to ensure that his father got the right treatment and all that. But unfortunately, his father died. And then Cash Daddy, being Kingsley's uncle from his mom's side, had to call him, and I was like, okay, don't you think you should venture into this kind of business that I'm doing? Kingsley thought about it and then he gave in, and that's where the pressure came from. In as much as Kingsley's mother was really not in support of the job, because she knew what her brother, who was Cash Daddy in the novel, right? She knew what her brother was doing, but all she just got was just words of encouragement. Just leave that job, Kingsley, leave that job. I don't like the job. But there was no other alternative that the mother could provide for this boy. And then Kingsley, on the other hand, because he lacked finance, he lost Ola, being the woman he loved. And then the mother of the girl he loved made it known that, in fact, you have not really made anything, so why should my child be with you when you've not secured anything for yourself, right? And then he now gave Kingsley this narrative, because I have not had anything for myself, I don't have, so that is why this woman doesn't want to endorse my relationship with her daughter. That means money is a big deal. As much as I know that you have control over this pressure, but in the book, we sort of saw most of the unseen loads, most of the unseen burdens firstborns usually carry. And then he led Kingsley to start doing internet fraud, email fraud mostly. Kingsley forged so many names, stole so many amounts of money. In fact, he even physically met clients. In fact, that job alone messed up with Kingsley's life, because he always had this defense that he was doing this because of his parents and his siblings. And if you look at it, he was doing it because of his siblings. He was taking care of his siblings' school fees. In as much as his mother never wanted, in fact, the mother did not want to even collect 5 naira, a dime from her son, because obviously the money was made from an illicit business, right? So why should she collect? But remove the mother from the picture. Kingsley was taking care of so many responsibilities, right? And he felt like, okay, if I'm going to leave this job, then what is going to take care of, who is going to be the first child that will shoulder all these responsibilities? The book did not sort of end well, because Kingsley had to open a cafe, but he was still in touch with some foreign clients. The cafe he opened sort of gave his mother like a calm heart, so that she wouldn't think his son was still into 419 internet fraud. But a part of me still felt like Kingsley went back to that business, because when Cash Daddy died, before Cash Daddy died, he handed over the business to Kingsley, meaning Kingsley did not stop. Many African homes, firstborns are usually the mini parents. You're expected to set standards for your siblings academically, physically, psychologically, educationally, and also carry the financial weight of the family. Sometimes the expectations are so overwhelming that you feel trapped, you feel pressured, you feel like I may have to start considering evil. But on today's episode of this book review, I'm just here to tell us that pressure most times shouldn't lead one to making bad decisions. That you're the firstborn doesn't mean that you have to do so many negative things just to keep your legacy going. No. That you're the firstborn doesn't mean you have to involve yourself in so many dubious activities. No. In fact, there are so many lessons to learn in this book, which I am going to list just now. The first is the fact that boundaries are very necessary. If Kingsley had stood firmly on that boundary, telling Cash that, you know this, I don't want. I am not sure Cash Daddy would have thrust him on his neck and then put him into that business. Secondly, if another lesson to see here is to seek alternative, not excuses. Alternative I had listed earlier was being contented, learning a skill, going for internship roles and volunteering roles, rather than taking excuses of, okay, let me just do this for 1 year. And I tell you, things that are not legal, they are so sweet that you don't want to stop them. Just ask around. Because he was doing those things. He bought a house, did he stop? No. He bought a car, did he stop? No. His siblings got to tertiary institutions, did he stop? No. He had made money. In fact, Cash Daddy even told him to open a business such that the business would be like the forefront. That's what people will be seeing, rather than the 419 internet fraud, the email fraud he was doing. Did he stop? No. It just shows that human needs are insatiable. The last lesson to learn here is the fact that we should communicate openly. I have always said it on my channel that sometimes when you're looking for help, go out and tell people. Kingsley was looking for help. He did not communicate his needs enough. This is the end of my book review titled I Do Not Come to You by Chance. I do hope it sort of educates you as a firstborn child not to engage yourself in what every other firstborns are doing that is illegal. Also, remember that you are not alone. You're growing. People are also in the same boat as you. People have gone past your stage, so don't think that you're alone. Okay, now that we've come to the end of this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.